The down and dirty on Texas tax deed sales is the topic of today's video. This video is going to give you the basics of Texas tax deed sales so you can be informed. And then after this video, go line up a sale and buy some property 40 to 90% below market value or even cheaper. My name's Dustin Hahn, and we use the strategies on this channel to do 5 to 10 deals per month. We find properties regularly at 40 to 90% below market value through wholesaling, fixing and flipping, and tax liens and deeds. So let's dive in. So first off, what is a tax deed? The long and short of it is a tax deed is where you buy a property and the opening bid is the back taxes owed. So half of the liens are deed states, half of them are lien states. So you have tax deed states and tax lien states. Now, Texas is a very unique state, and here's a couple of reasons why, okay? So first off, with Texas, they do their sale on the first Tuesday of every single month, which is great because a lot of places do their sales only once a year. Now, Texas is also one of the largest states with, I think, 256 counties. So every county on the first Tuesday of every month is going to be doing that tax deed sale on the courthouse steps, most likely. So that is definitely a good thing. Now, here's where Texas is different than all of the other states. So Texas is a deed state. However, there is a 6-month redemption period with a penalty. So Texas is a deed state, but it has some tax lien nuances to it. This is why I like tax lien and deed investing, is because most people don't understand it. You have over 3,200 counties, half lien, half deed, and every county does it a little bit differently, which is great, and which is why most people don't take the time to understand it, and that means they're missing out on money, which means more deals for you and I. So let's talk about that 6-month redemption period, okay? In Texas, you go to the auction, you buy a property, right? In most tax deed states, the day you get that property, you can go do whatever you want with it. You can rent it out, you can tear it down, you can fix it up. However, in Texas, the homeowner has a 6-month right of redemption to pay you back what you paid for the property. Now, what I like about it is Texas is a 25% penalty, meaning if you buy a property, say for 10,000 bucks, the homeowner has 6 months to pay you 10 grand, and their penalty for paying late will be 25%. Now, the benefit of that is it's not accruing like in a tax lien state, like for example, Arizona, which is 18%. However, the interest goes up monthly. So in Arizona, if you get redeemed at month 6, you only get 9% interest. So the beauty of Texas is it's 25%, and it doesn't matter if they redeem you within 30 days or 60 days, you're going to get that 25% interest rate. By the way, if you like the content, remember to subscribe and hit the like button so we can get you more great content. So from there, you have your interest rate. Now, here's the thing though, like probably 95% of the time, the property is not going to redeem and you're going to end up owning that property. So here's some unique characteristics of that redemption period. So you actually have the deed to that property that day, okay? However, what this means is you can't sell it for the most part for 6 months. Now, if there is a renter in that property, what you can do is you can actually go ahead and you can go knock on the door and start collecting rent that day. We've literally had property that we've purchased at the sale. We get the deed that day, boom, hop in the car, go over to the property, say, look, we're the new owner, and we've had rent checks in our hand that day. So that is a very cool benefit of it, is you can be collecting rent during that time. Now, theoretically, could you sell that property? Yes, you could, but you would have to disclose all of that information, and most people probably wouldn't want to pay the high price that you want because you want to make money. You'll wait till that redemption period is over. Now, the other nuance is what we call a homestead exemption. Okay, you want to pay attention to these because the redemption period on homestead property is, I think it's 3 years, okay? So it's not 6 months, you have to wait 3 years. Now, The way people get homesteads is maybe they've owned the property for like 30 years or more, and it's a special exemption. Maybe they've been in the military or some sort of service that allows them to get that exemption. Now, the thing is though, the homestead is, what is it? I think it's almost 40 to 50% interest if they did redeem you. So it's much higher. It's within that range a little bit. There's a lot of states to remember. So as a general rule of thumb, just avoid the homestead properties in general. All right. So now that sale is the first Tuesday of every month. They're going to publish a paper. You can get the list from the county, or you can go to the Lineberger law firm website that's going to handle all of those listings. Now, I recommend keeping an eye on it for about 2 weeks before, no sooner. What are the words I'm looking for? If the auction's on the first Tuesday, don't start researching months in advance, because like over 95% of those properties are going to redeem within the 2 weeks building up to the sale. And from there, most of them will redeem the day of. So that's why I recommend, if you're going to travel to one of these sales, make sure you have 100 properties to look at, because the day of the auction, that could get whittled down to say 10 to 15, maybe 20. If you live in the area, perfect. No big deal. You can go and maybe bid on a couple properties, because month after month, you can be attending those sales. So if you're living in Texas and you're interested in real estate and you're not going to these, you're leaving so much on the table. And from there, if you're going to travel, it's also tax deductible as well. And remember, when you buy at a tax deed sale, the title is not clear, meaning it will be hard for somebody to put a mortgage on that property because it's not a guarantee or a warranty deed. Okay, so we use a company called Tax Title Services. They'll get you a clean title. It's going to cost, I think, between $2,000 to $3,000. Now, the other side of that, though, is if you're dealing with an investor who knows what's up, they won't really care. It only really comes into play if a title company is doing title work to put a mortgage on a property. So there's a lot of nuances, but I just wanted to give you the general overview on how they work. So if you want to find some deals 40 to 90% below market value, I basically have a starter kit called How to Buy Property for 40 to 90% below market value. I have a copy of my contract for wholesaling and flipping. We have a rehab estimator and 4 crucial things to avoid when getting into real estate. So we do both angles of this. This video is about tax deeds. This kit is about doing deals outside of the tax deed sale. Also at sometimes even better deals. However, you should be a well-rounded investor, do the deed sales, wholesaling, fixing and flipping, and really embrace real estate because it's a lot of fun. So thanks a lot for watching. Click the link below if you want to get access to the free trainings, and we'll see you in the next one.